Hello, I'm Dr. Kenneth Goldberg, the author of The Homework Trap, How to Save the Sanity of Parents, Students, and Teachers. Now that we've gone over what is happening to the homework trap child, it's time to look at what we can do about it. My formula has basically three components to it. One is time-bound assignments, that the child needs to understand that he's working within a time container. The second is reduction in penalties. The parent is not going to feel free to allow the child to work in that time boundary if they feel under tremendous threat that the child's going to fail. And the third thing is parental authority over the home. That while parents and teachers work together, the parents do need to have the final say, push come to shove, about what's going to happen in their home if the child does not do the work. Within that context, there are some sub-strategies. For example, there is the use of the study skills teacher when the child gets to the upper grades. There are also different ways to modify the penalty. It is possible to set a 60% failure floor as opposed to giving the child a 0. It is possible to renegotiate the percentage that homework is counted for that particular child's grade. If the teacher typically gives, say, 25% for homework, classwork, classroom participation, and tests, then give 33% or give 30% for the other three and give only 10% for homework. One could have a penalty floor. The child loses no more than a half a grade based on homework alone. So if the child was going to get a B, so the child gets a B minus. Perhaps you could even go up to a grade. Seems excessive to me, but you could do that. But one way or another, there has to be some type of limitation to what the penalties can be. And finally, there may be a need to formalize things into a 504 plan or even an IEP. There may be school districts where the use of a study skills teacher necessarily calls for an IEP. If that's the case, you can go for it. But the issue is always that the solution needs to keep that child in the regular classroom.